Hello students, today we are going to continue with our third chapter, Cultural Heritage of India, Sculpture and Architecture. Let us begin today's topic with Mauryan art. Mauryan Empire, founded by Chandragupta Maurya, dominated the Indian subcontinent between 322 and 185 BC. BC means before Christ. King Ashok was a very famous ruler of Mauryan Empire. During his time, many developments took place in India in the field of art and architecture. So, his period was called as the golden period of sculpture and architecture. So, now we are going to learn about stupa. Stupa is a special type of construction that was built in India during the time of King Ashoka. What is meant by stupa? What is the meaning of stupa? Stupa is an oval-shaped construction under which the remains of Lord Buddha's body was kept in a box. During the time of King Ashok, 5 famous stupas were constructed in India. They were Stupa of Sanchi, Stupa of Sarnath, Stupa of Berat, Stupa of Nandangad, Stupa of Devanimori in Gujarat. So these were very famous popular stupas constructed during the time of Mauryan dynasty. Besides these, many other constructions like chaityas, viharas and muds were also constructed. Chaityas means temple halls and viharas the place where Buddhist monks live. Okay, so all these were also constructed. That is why the period of King Ashok was known as the golden period of prosperity for Buddhist religion and the age of sculpture and architecture. Now we learn about Stupa of Sanchi. Sanchi Stupa is one of the oldest stone structure in India built during the Mauryan period. King Ashoka built this stupa. This place is designated as the World Heritage Site by UNESCO. Sanchi Stupa was reconstructed by Shunga dynasty that came in power after the Mauryan Empire. So during its reconstruction, the expansion of stupa was nearly doubled than its original size. That's why the original stupa was half in size as compared to the present stupa. The present stupa is larger than its original size. So this stupa of Sanchi is related to Buddhist religion and also it is considered as the precious specimen of architecture. You can see the image of Sanchi Stupa here. Now we look into the linear sketch of Stupa. Stupa has different parts like Harmika, Medhi, Pradakshina path, Toran, etc. So Harmika means the railing around the top of the oval-shaped stupa is called Harmika. Medhi means elevated circular path around stupa, that is known as Medhi, and this path is used for doing Pradakshina. Then Pradakshina path is there, which means a slightly elevated circular path around the temple or the place of worship, that is called as Pradakshina path. Pradakshina is done by the devotees in such a way that the place of worship is always to the right side. Toran. Toran means the entrance of stupa. Toran is the gateway that was built on 2 high pillars with artistic horizontal beam on it. And the devotees use this Toran as an entrance. Now we learn about the pillar inscription. During Mauryan period, many stone inscriptions were made from single rock by the religious order of King Ashok. We can see such pillar inscriptions at Ambala, Meerut, Allahabad, Sarnath, Loria near Nandangad, Sanchi, Kashi, Patna and Bodhivriksha near Bodh Gaya. So at these places we can see the pillar inscriptions and all these were erected by the order of King Ashok. And these pillars were polished so well and they got a shining effect. And the inscriptions were carved in Brahmi script. Next topic is pillar at Sarnath. Sarnath was the preaching place of Lord Buddha. The stone inscription at Sarnath is considered as the best example of sculpture. The pillar has 4 lions facing 4 directions and Dharma chakras are carved below the lion images, and this Dharma chakra indicates the victory of religion over war. That's why it is known as Dharma chakra. Besides the images of lion, it has also got the sculpture of elephant, horse and bullock. The national flag of Republic of India has adopted these lion images and Dharmachakra from this pillar at Sarnath. And this is considered to be one of the best specimen of sculpture in the world. This is the image of pillar at Sarnath. Now we learn stone inscription. Many stone inscriptions were carved by the religious order of King Ashok at different places in India. Such stone inscriptions have been found from places like Peshawar, Dehradun, Thane, Mumbai, Dholi, Odisha, Chennai, etc. Even in Gujarat, such types of stone inscriptions were found from the foothills of Girnar on the way to Junagadh in Gujarat, then Palitana Jain temples on Shethrunjay mountain in Gujarat, Jain temples of Hathi Singh in Ahmedabad. These places have these stone inscriptions, and these inscriptions provide complete information about the social, religious and the charity work done by the rulers of that period, and these informations were engraved in Sanskrit and Gujarati languages. Now we learn about Dravid style of art in South India. Many Buddhist stupas were built in the regions near Krishna and Godavari river during the reign of Shatavahana dynasty, and the stupas during this period were of semicircle, oval and bell-shaped. So the best example of stupas constructed in Dravidian style of art in South India were Nagarjun Konda and Amravati. So these are the best specimen of Dravidian style of art. Then this art was also adopted by the Chola dynasty. Chola dynasty is also another famous dynasty ruled over South India. So even the rulers of Chola dynasty adopted the Dravidian style of architecture up to a great extent. Next is art of Gupta period. See, during the Gupta period also, art and architecture was developed very well. Many temples were constructed during the period. Parvati temple at Jabalpur, Bhumra Shiva temple, Eran's temple, Narsim temple, Gop Mandir at Jamnagar, many stupas, chaityas, muds, viharas, then flags and pillars. All these are some of the examples that we can point out of this Gupta art. So due to their contribution in the field of art and architecture, Gupta period is also known as the golden period of art. Buddha statue at Sarnath, statue of Lord Vishnu at Mathura, statue of Mahavir Swami, caves of Udayagiri and statue of Vishnu in the form of Varaha. Varaha means pig. So all these are the best examples of the sculpture which were constructed in India during the Gupta period. Okay. So here you can see the image of Amravati Stupa and Nagarjun Konda. So both these stupas were constructed in South India in Dravidian style of art. Now we learn cave architecture. Cave architecture is considered as a man-made place of beauty. Caves of Ajanta and Ellora at Aurangabad, Elephanta caves near Mumbai, Udayagiri and Bagh near Gwalior, Bhuvaneshwari at Odisha, Khandgiri and Nilgiri. All these are the famous examples of cave architecture that were built in India during the Gupta period. Many caves were found even from Gujarat also. Khambalida in Gujarat, Dang in Rajkot, 3 caves at Junagadh, Talaja, Sana caves. So all these caves were found from Gujarat also. The cave inscriptions of Ashok have been carved on the walls of 3 caves of Barbar mountain, that is 16 kilometers away from Gaya. This describes the work of charity done by Ashoka. So some other famous examples of cave architecture in India are caves of Assam and Darjeeling, Sudama caves of Bihar, then cave of Sita, that is in Nashik in Maharashtra. So these are the very famous examples of cave architecture. Now we are going to learn about the caves of Gujarat. So here information about 8 caves of Gujarat are given. First, caves at Junagadh. There are 3 groups of caves in Junagadh. First, group of Baba Pyara caves. So this cave is situated near Baba Pyara mud. They are in 3 layers. So these caves are constructed in 3 layers, intersecting each other at right angles. And altogether there are 16 caves in Baba Pyara. Out of them, 4 caves are in the first line and 7 caves are in the second line and 5 caves are constructed in the third line. So these caves are constructed in such a way that they are intersecting each other at right angles. And it is believed that these caves were carved during the 1st or 2nd century. Second group of caves are double storied. So on seeing the remains of these caves, we can say that they might have been carved during the end of 2nd century or in the beginning of 4th century. Then third group is caves of Kapra and Kedia, caves of Kund. So on seeing the remains of these caves, it can be said that they were floored caves and it might have been carved in the 3rd century. And there are 20 pillars and they are in ruins now. So these caves are almost in ruins today. Now second is Khambalida cave. So Khambalida cave was discovered in 1959 AD. So these caves are situated at Khambalida near Gondal, which is 70 kilometers away from Rajkot. So three of these caves are very remarkable. Chaitya Griha with Stupa is situated in the middle cave. Three caves are there. So in the middle cave we can also see Chaitya Griha, the temple hall, Stupa with temple hall, that is situated in the middle cave. Then also we can see the figures of bodhisattvas, statues of devotees standing on both the sides of entrance can be seen at this place, Khambalida cave. So these caves were also believed to be built during 2nd or 3rd century. Then Talaja cave. So Talaja caves are situated on the mountain Talaja. It is situated near the bank of Shethrunjay river in Bhavnagar district. So this is also a famous pilgrim center which is popularly known as Thal Dwajgiri. 30 caves are carved from stones with huge gates. Here we can see almost 30 caves in this mountain. Then Abhal Mandap, that is Sabhakhand, and Chaitya Griha are the best examples from sculpture and protection point of view. Cave architecture of Buddhist religion belongs to the 3rd century. So it is believed that these caves were built during 2nd century. Now Sana cave. So this group of caves is situated on the top of Sana mountain in Vankia village in Una Taluka in Gir Somnath district. So these caves are spread on Sana mountain like a beehive. Next, Dang cave. Damgiri is situated in Dang village of Upleta Taluka at Rajkot district. Okay, it is located in Rajkot district and it is considered that these caves might have been built in the beginning of 4th century. Now Jinjuri Jar. So there are many Buddhist caves in the west of Dang, which is about 7 kilometers from Sidsar. It is in the valley of Jinjuri Jar. And these caves have been built. It is believed that these caves have been built during the 2nd century. Now Kapra Kodia caves at Kutch. So these caves are situated on the top of hill near Old Pathgad in Lakhpat Taluka in Kutch. There are 2 caves and these caves are discovered by K.K. Shastri in the year 1967 AD. Caves at Kalia Dungar, which is also known as Black Hills. There are 3 caves in Kalia Dungar at Jagadia Taluka in Bharuch district. These are the best old architectural specimen of Buddhist religion. Architecture of these caves are really very beautiful. An 11 feet high statue of a lion with 2 bodies and 1 mouth in the form of pillar has been carved in a single rock. So that is a speciality of the caves at Kalyadungar. So these are the famous caves of Gujarat. Hope that all these topics are clear to all of you. Here are the images of some famous caves in Gujarat. You can see Baba Pyara caves, Khapra Kodia caves, then Khambalida caves, Sana caves, which is looking like a beehive. You know, if you view from far, it seems like a beehive. Then Dang cave. So these are some of the examples of caves in Gujarat. Hope that all the topic is clear to all of you. Now, the remaining topics of the chapter will be continued in the next session. Okay, take care. Bye.